kulit ziyakhala kushushu ndiyabila asibangele. Ladies and gentlemen, my little Jimmy, I hope you're very good and good. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is LUXOLO. Subscribe Jabulile and Zenja. Jabulile. Welcome back, guys. Azishe. We're back again with another bang. We're answering important questions, guys. I have something epic for you again. You know me, guys. I never disappoint. Today we'll be answering the main question: how actually did I do 2 degrees? And why am I still doing 2 degrees? And how did I manage to do this? Am I crazy? Am I mad? Am I ambitious? Who knows? One way to find out is to watch the entire video, guys. Reminder, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification button, and share the video with people. You know, people who might need this information. I know a lot of people that want to know. I have your Instagram, your Facebooks, your WhatsApp, statuses, everything. I have. Support in, as class in. Let us work together to expand, guys. You know the target. Almost 1,000 subscribers. Guys, thank you so much. Without further ado, masingene phakathi video. First of all, guys, I think it's important that I explain what I'm doing. I am currently doing my 4th year in medicine at UCT, which is the University of Cape Town. However, it is not my 4th year at UCT. It is currently my 5th year. Why am I doing 4th year? Let us find out. How it went is that you do your 1st year, you pass. You do your 2nd year, and it's not, the 1st year must not be just any pass. It must be like a good pass, like a good pass, like a 70 plus pass. You know, like in terms of average. A good pass. You can have your 60s, but highly likely they want a good pass. Then you do your 2nd year. Somewhere in the middle or towards the end of your 2nd year, what then happens is that there is a presentation that is done by a professor who basically oversees this program. It's called the intercalated program. The professor is Professor Katz. He will do a presentation along with other people who are within the program at different levels. They do that presentation for you, then you get information on this thing. It is very beneficial that you ask around as well for yourself if you're interested in this thing, especially if you are someone who's curious like me. To be honest with you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I did not attend the presentation. Reason being is that once I entered there, someone stated that this in science is greater than medicine. Peace out. Anyway, so I was just very discouraged. I was like, if that's what you're gonna preach, I'm out. Until a mentor of mine called me, was like, man, I know you have potential and I know you're curious. Why did you leave? And I explained it to him. He's like, no, man, no. Let me explain to you how this thing goes. As I'm explaining to you now, guys, for free of charge, this thing. Then you have your presentation and they tell you all about it. They tell you the challenges. You ask questions. Because there are a lot of myths about this thing I'm going to address. Then after that, you attend the presentation. Then at a later stage, you apply. Application process is not too bad. You send an email to Prof. Katz and tell him, look, I'm interested. Please consider me for doing intercalated program. Thereafter, you're going to have a streamline of interviews whereby a lot of people who basically were interested are going to be able to be interviewed by a panel. I think panel of 3 people. There's only 1 round of interviews. The interview goes, you get taken, you get chosen. Afterwards, they tell you by the end of the year, before the end of the year, when your results come out, that you have been taken. After that, you then go into your 3rd year. But now what you had applied for is intercalated. So it's a mixture of medicine and a mixture of what? of a BSc equivalent, which is molecular medicine. It's like the basics of this medicine that you're doing. It's like a different slow-paced thing. Yeah? So then thereafter, you then do that in your third year at the same time. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm gonna make a totally different video of how I made it through, but now I'm still explaining how I entered my journey, just explaining. Yeah? I'll make another video of how I made it through time management, what. Now it's not time for that now. Now it's time for me to tell you what this thing is about. So then you basically do that third year of medicine along with this BSc equivalent in terms of NQF, National Qualification Something scores, what. You get BSc equivalent, pity you don't graduate, even though it's a BSc equivalent, you don't graduate. Then you get the option to choose whether you want to do honors, because it's a BSc most, honors, or you want to continue with medicine. You realize, this is not what I was here for. Or maybe like, I'm going to do honors at the end. Ne? You have options most. Then if you choose to do honors, you have to take a year away from medicine. If you choose to continue, then you continue with your 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, then you go do your honors at your own time, at your own cost, at your own money. Of course, you're going to get funding if you apply, but it's highly unlikely because you're already working post-grads. I don't know. Anyway, so then if you then choose, this is what you want to do, honors, you do your honors. After doing your honors, and that year you graduate. You are a post-grad student and a post-grad graduand after you finish those honors. The details I'll explain later, guys, in further videos, how you choose and everything. After you do your honors, 3 options. Do I want to go back to medicine and do 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, then do my masters if I'm going to do masters at my own time, at my own money, at my own cost. Number 2 is that, am I going to do masters? Just take another break from medicine for another 2 years, do direct masters in this field or in another field, depending, because you're postgrad now. That's another option. Another option that people opt for is doing masters and 4th year at the same time. Okay, so then you choose to do your masters and the 4th year at the same time. What does this entail? First of all, there are 2 options of doing this. Number 1, 1st year of 4th year, like your 4th year, you do your masters and you do your 4th year officially at the same time. You start, you go. Like, I'm confident I'm gonna do this. Bah, let me go. You do 4th year, you do masters. Bah. You do 5th year, you do masters. Bah. Masters is 2 years most. So 5th year, you're done with masters. You start onto your PhD on 6th year, right? That's another option. But with this one also, it's different sometimes, because other departments, they allow you to do a master's and PhD combined within 4 years, because usually a PhD is 4 years. 4 years. Masters 2 years. Honors 1 year. MBChB 6 years. They then allow you to do your masters and your PhD at the same time. Depending on how fast you go, you can complete this in 3 years. Or you can complete it in 4 years. Meaning that if you choose to do that and combine your masters with a PhD and do 4th year, you'll be done 1 year after 6th year, which is during your internship. Kudos to you. Then what happens is that there's another option whereby you can do masters with 4th year unofficially, meaning that you are not registered as a master's student. However, you are working with the department to start on your project to see whether you can cope with 4th year and masters, and also to just decrease the pressure and everything. You work at your own pace when you are free, when you are available. That is another option that is highly recommended by the professors in the department who run the department or who run the project itself. Then if you do that, 4th year masters is going to be unofficial. You're doing your 4th year is fine, but masters is unofficial. At the end of that year, you then apply that I want to do my masters now fully. So then you do your masters with 5th year official. You do your 2nd year of masters with 6th year official. By the time you graduate 6th year, you graduate masters. It means you graduate 3 times in university. You graduate honors, you graduate masters, you graduate MBChB. Where am I in this entire mind map that I just drew for you guys? Now, I am the one who is doing masters this year, unofficial. Next year, if all goes well, when all goes well, I will be doing my masters officially registered, doing my 5th year in MBChB. That is where I am at. You're asking yourself, LUXOLO, why would you put yourself through so much when you can just complete your MBChB, go work as a doctor, and income like ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. When you want to distress yourself, you want to go through all this trouble. Why are you doing this? I have multiple reasons. I combine these reasons with the benefits of doing this program. First of all, one thing I will say is that whatever you do in university, do it for yourself. I am doing this for myself. This is a personal journey. Life is a personal journey. Life, you were born alone. You shall depart this life alone. Therefore, you must live with that mentality that I am in this alone. Even though you're in this with people, it's a group work, fine, but at the end of the day, the decisions you take, they affect you alone. When I was deciding to do this, what came into my mind was that let me be selfish about this. How is it going to benefit me? Is it going to benefit me? And is it something that I want to do? This is a program that was co-founded by one of the greatest professors South Africa has ever seen, which was Prof. Bongz. His intention with this was to produce clinician scientists. What does that mean? It means that these are people with clinical knowledge, like doctors, and people with scientific knowledge to basically cause a combined approach. It means that we can then have a greater impact in our country and be able to solve the problems. For example, if I work at a hospital in Khayelitsha, let's say if it was a clinician working there, they say that no man, a lot of people that are coming in with TB. Why all of a sudden this year a lot of people are coming in with TB? Clinicians, what they're concerned about is basically trying to educate patients, what. They won't actually do research into finding out why this is. Clinician scientists have the scientific knowledge that is needed for them to actually do the research of finding out why is this actually happening. Let me do a randomized control trial to see, let me try and go out into the community. Let me conduct surveys, questionnaires, you mention it. Basically, you are equipped with the knowledge to solve problems, to alleviate the burden of disease in our country, to have a greater impact and purpose, greater contribution. That is what exactly inspired me. I was like, wow, it provides me with the opportunity to ask why. Not to say, this is happening, okay, let me continue. But it puts me in a position where I can answer that question. Number 2 is the wide range of opportunities this thing produces. Because to be very superficial, if we apply for a job, a specific position in a company or something like that, I have masters, I have a PhD, and I have MBChB. You come and apply with MBChB alone. Who is going to be considered? Think about that. Wide range of opportunities. And also it's more likely that you will have a greater impact because of the clear scientific knowledge, better interpretation of what happens behind the scenes when drugs are given. For example, when I see a drug, I'll ask myself, where does this thing come from? What trial? I'll analyze because I have the scientific knowledge. When I read research and article papers, I will know what they are talking about. I will know the basics of that. You see what I mean? So wide range of opportunities, better funding if you wanted to go into research, also like if you wanted to study abroad, this is something that can definitely back you up. There are wide opportunities. You get to have more choices. Maybe you realize I was not actually keen on being a clinician for most of my life. You want to dabble into research, like how Prof. Mayosi was, who did cardiology, but at the same time was also researching, it was something with HIV and also rheumatic fever. He was doing that type of research, and he was a world-renowned researcher, but at the same world-renowned clinician. Number 3, basically, I like the fact that you are building connections because you're interacting with different specialists. The people that teach you, guys, those people are amazing. In South Africa, they are known. They're involved in everything. Like the profs that are there, the supervisors that are there, they're not just anyone. You build a relationship with those people. You build a connection. It means that your references are not the same. References are 20 references here. Plus, it's something like that, guys. You build connections because at the end of the day, it's not, mark my words, it's not about what you know. It is about who you know. And that is the society we live in. Another reason, guys, is that number one, this thing is funded. This thing is funded. The university says we are going to pay for you. Your bursary can relax in your honors. Your molecular medicine, funded. Honors here, funded. They give you money. They make sure you have food. They make sure you have an allowance. They make sure you have a place to stay. They make sure everything funded. You get into your masters, you apply for funding, funded. Apply for a PhD, funded. This thing is well catered for. The people that run this program, they don't sleep at night when they know that you don't have food. They make sure, these people, they make sure all students are catered for. They email you, did you receive everything? Everything is going well, everything is going well. They care, they love you. It's guys. Also, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Perfect timing. You only take an extra year to complete an honors and a master's. 1 year extra compared to if you do MBChB 6 years and you go to have to do a BSc, go have to do honors, go have to do masters. 1 year. There's no other opportunity like that. Not anywhere in the world. Not anywhere. I mean, there is in other parts of the country, parts of the world, places that do programs like this. But still, that's besides the point. Last one, and very mostly important in this one. My love for learning. I love learning so much, guys. The reason I love learning so much is because it allows you to become a better person for yourself. It makes you proud of who you are becoming. You are learning and you just are transforming, adapting, getting a better mindset, just generally becoming a better person for yourself, in your interactions and everything. So this for me was basically the best learning advice, because it means that if I'm under this pressure and I make it through, my resilience is through the roof. My ability to adapt in situations is through the roof. It means that my ability to occupy and store knowledge through the roof, memory through the roof, time management through the roof, everything. So you basically you pack up these skills that you are then going to use in the future. You get me? So for me, it was a learning opportunity that I saw, I can't pass out. I can't. I prayed to God. I was like, God, please. Gostie, hey, I prayed, good. This is what I want. Again, guys, just a reminder, as we continue, if you're enjoying the video, please smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell so that you are one of the few people to know when another banger is being dropped. Hey guys, Gokshuba, it was fire. The reason why it was fire for me, in third year, when I was in third year, what was happening? COVID came. I started my third year off on a high note. My marks were like this. They were doing this. Then COVID happened. March, they were like, you guys can go home. I was like, yay, because exams were coming. Yay, we're going home. Then it was like, yeah, you can spend 21 days at home. But you can come back afterwards. Yay! Then they were like, no, please stay home for the rest of the year. No. You can come back at the end of the year. Yay! But you can only spend 2 months there. Exams are gonna be online. Yay! So it was like a roller coaster of emotions, man. That thing was a roller coaster. I was like, aye. But also, one of the biggest challenges for me was working at home. Because at home, it's a big family, brothers, baby sister, everyone was there. Parents, everyone was there. Chaos running around. During the day, you can't study. Because it was COVID, you can't even go to the library. Libraries are closed. You can't do anything. When you want to study at night, you have to then wake up again during the day because it's noisy, you can't focus. So it was just It was stress. And third year content was piling up. More med this side. It's like you're looking at more med, medicine. Hey, medicine, I'm enjoying. But more med is coming again. More med has medicine has exams. Okay. I'm looking at the exams afterwards. More med exams. More med, and more med was deep, guys. Molecular medicine was deep. Like, they go deep. They don't just teach you. They start with DNA. What is DNA? What makes DNA? They do the most basis of the genetics. Why is it that the same genetics that are found, the same genes within the eye, are the same ones within the cells in the skin? But why can the skin not see? And things like that, guys. Imagine. It was very challenging for me in that way. But I believe that if I was back, because when I came back, like I remember in June, my marks were like very low. Medicine was, mol med was, and I remember emailing the professor. I'm like, Professor, I'm struggling at home. I was like, I'm going to make sure that as soon as people are coming back, I'm going to bring you back. Then they would try. They post things. I was back. When I was back, I guess I was color lab. Got my good mark for mol med at the end. Got my mark for medicine. Then what happened is that I got my marks and I was like, wow, I qualify for honors. Then after that, went to honors. That was one of the challenging things. Was basically that. But basically, things that are also challenging is time management, handling both courses, disciplining yourself, not procrastinating much, but rather focusing, enjoying, asking questions, engaging with both disciplines, because they are like pulling in different directions. You can be learning about the brain in one, the next you are learning about DNA in the other, in genetics. You could be learning about the heart in one, the next you are learning about viruses, virology and bacteriology. So it was like, I focus this side, I come back, I focus this side. Preparing for exams was the worst. I have to prepare for these exams, but keep in mind that there are exams that are coming in like 1 week and whatnot. But one thing that was beneficial about mol med is that it was malleable. It was malleable because, for example, during the beginning of the year, what had happened is that you'd have lectures sometimes that would start to overlap with the medicine lectures. They would try to push those lectures up. So it was malleable, like it was according to how students wanted it to be. So that was one thing that was nice about it. So it was not too bad, but at the same time it was about you building that confidence. And also what I think helped me is that my friend Moses and Arshad actually, both of those friends of mine, they basically helped me and carried me through, because we shared similar experiences in terms of the difficulty and in terms of different challenges, COVID, and talking to them basically helped because we knew we were in this together. And actually the entire class, those people were very united, even though we lost a few people along the way. But those people were generally very united, and it progressed us. We're working together, we shared the pain, we cried together. I'm calling you one, so it says that it means a lot. It means you're not in this alone, and it gives you the confidence to persist. It gives you the confidence to be resilient. And the difficulty level, guys, it's here that thing. It's here that thing. Like you need to be very confident. It's here that thing, but it's doable. It's doable, definitely. One thing was difficult for me is basically losing touch with my friends, because I have a big group of friends. Losing touch with them in the sense that they were now a year ahead of me, and they were experiencing different things that I could not relate to. Sometimes I'd see my friends walking back, like who were in 4th year last year when I was doing honors. So I would see them coming back maybe from a call is where you spend a lot of time in the hospital, and they were tired, and I would not understand, but I would try. Like, how is it going? And you can see that they're stressed, they're depressed, you don't know how to help because you've never been actually through this thing. And if you were there with them, maybe you'd be able to help. Sometimes others would be busy, it would be hard to connect, but we made plans. Like, we even started meeting on Mondays for waffles, because at Spare waffles were like 20 Rand. So we meet on Mondays and discuss and catch up, and we meet on Thursdays, Trench Town sometimes, because pizzas are half price, so all those things we're trying. But just losing touch with them was to me a very big challenge, because I love them a lot, I connect with them a lot. One thing also that was a challenge for me is people not understanding. ne? Having to explain to people, not understanding what you're doing. It's very challenging because it's hard to explain. Now you get different reactions from different people. People treat you differently, as you mentioned. Some people will be like, wow, why are you doing this? No. Other people will be like, but now, like it's different reactions, man. And also like even your family doesn't understand, but they're very supportive. They try, but at first they didn't understand at all. Why manje, you want to extend your time? Why, what's happening, But like my brother here, he was always like, I'm just do you go. Like the people in my life, they were like, do you. They were supporting. Yeah, but at first they very confused because now medicine 6 years, when I want to stay 7 years, what's happened? Did you fail? Are you hiding something? You what? But at the end of the day, it was a matter of those interactions that made it very challenging. But overall, it was worth it. Let me share now the lessons that I've learned from this experience. Number one, your journey is personal. Né? Your journey is personal in life. Even if, for example, let's say you are working, né? You're working at some place, you lose staying in the city, staying in the suburbs, you lose your job and you have to downgrade, né? And go back to the township. Né? That is your personal journey. It's your own life. It's how it's supposed to go for you. So you're gonna do that, né? Because it's your personal journey, regardless of what people say. Life is like that. At the end of the day, even though it's about people, when things happen and the decisions you make, consequences affect you alone. So when you make a decision about your life, make sure that it is about you. It's a very selfish decision because it will only affect you. Number two, mind your own business. Your drive comes from within. That's very important. Whatever people say, they can motivate you all they want. You can watch all these motivation videos all you want. The real drive, passion and purpose comes from within. You must have that innate thing that pushes you to go on, even when the odds are against you. Né? And mind your own business. Don't be in people's business. Mind your own business. Focus on yourself. Okay. Remember, every problem or every challenge, né, is not just a problem. It's an opportunity. Opportunity for growth, opportunity for mental development, opportunity to do better, to be a better person. If you are able to solve it, problem-solving skills in check. If you're not able to solve it, learning curve. It's either you win or you learn. There's no losing here. Number three, growth is obtained through discomfort. There's no growth in comfort zones. So if you're constantly running from situations of discomfort that can be beneficial for your growth, you will never grow. You will remain the same person you are. And the problem is that life is constantly elevating. You will then be at a level, you will find yourself at a level that does not match your growth level. And from then on you will crumble. From then on you will crumble. But if you familiarize yourself with growth environments that burn you, that are fire, then you become stronger. It's almost lento. You see, like gold is refined through fire, is it not so? So if you want to be gold, go through that fire. And you won't stop in that fire. You won't stop in hell, most. You have to continue, finish. You move forward with the end goal in mind. Me, as I'm talking to you now, I know how I'm going to use these skills that I'm learning in the future as I want to be for now. And neurosurgeon. The reason I say for now is that I'm allowing myself these things to change. It's very important, guys. Asibochelwanga mnweni apha. Asangobochelwa mnweni. If bendifuna uba neurosurgeon izolo ngomso ndifuna uba cardiothoracic surgeon, ifuna wena le ifuna mna. Injalo nobomi. If ndizibhala uba ndifuna uba i-businessman, ndiyiphuya lo medicine. Ifuna mna le. Open up your mind to those opportunities. Ne? So, yeah, guys, for now, I want to be a neurosurgeon. So I know how studying neuroscience will benefit me in that. I know how building those connections will benefit me in that. So even to you, ne, move forward with the end goal in mind. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Where do I see myself in 30 years? Well, life, guys, you can't keep living life like it's high school here. Because next thing, what happens is that your life gets complicated. You get a job, you need to find a place to stay, you have loans, you have other things to pay for. Now, all of a sudden, now you have mouths to feed. All of a sudden, now there's black tax for the black people. I don't know about but you get me? So there are all these different things that come in complex. But now, if when you already have the end goal in mind, you are good to go. Because you know where you're going, Yeah, but those are the lessons that I've learned. Unfortunately, guys, this brings us to the end of the video. I promised you guys that I would keep it short. I tried my best. If it's long, please forgive me. I apologize. But guys, please do not forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification button, share that thing, ship it off to WhatsApp status, ship it off to Instagram story, ship it off to Facebook story, ship it off everywhere so that people can learn, people can grow. We grow through this interaction, guys. Let us share, see, subscribe, guys. Kube mnandi, si enjoy. If you have any questions, I'm sure you have questions, put them in the comment section or DM me. I'll make this a part 1, then I can make a part 2 of this, explaining exactly these mechanisms that I've used, explaining exactly how this program goes, explaining exactly maybe how to even make it through medicine, maybe how to even make it through a challenging degree. You never know. I can be broad, I can be specific. It's up to you guys what you want. Let me know. Anyway, guys, love and light. LUXOLO mdolo lona, ijane fundi leta ndobona ma subscriber Jabulile. Jabula!